Hey guys, what's up? I'm Yari Darreglia of Jump Zero, and today I'm gonna walk you through categories and class extensions. We have already talked about class extensions in the lesson about classes. An extension is primarily used to add private behaviors to a class, adding interface definitions to an implementation file. Within a class extension, you can add private instance variables and methods. Creating an extension for this purpose is really simple. Just add an @interface block to the implementation file. Use the same name of the original class and add empty parentheses. Now, you can add the interface information as usual, properties as well as method prototypes. We can synthesize the properties and implement these methods within the @implementation block. Properties and methods created with a class extension are private, and they are for use solely by the class within which they are created. This is all for the class extension theory, so let's see a fast code example. Let's create a new command line tool project, add a new class subclass of NSObject and call it person. Just before the implementation, we add the extension for this class. It has the same name of the class, so in this case person, and it defines property. Let's call it private name. And in the implementation block, synthesize this new property. Now, let's add an instance of person in the main function, using the standard alloc_init procedure. And now, if we try to access the private name property, as you can see, we get an error. This is correct because this is a private property defined within the class extension, and we cannot access it. We can obviously access this property within the class implementation though. Let's create a custom init method. We valorize self using superinit. Then we set a value for private name, and this time we don't end up having any error, and we can use this property in the rest of the class implementation. Now, let's see what a category is. A category allows you to add method to an existing class without subclassing it, even one which you don't own the source code for. The definition of a category is really similar to what we see for extensions, but we must fill the empty parentheses with a name for the category. So this is how we define a category. And now we can add our methods, but remember, within a category you can't add instance variables, only methods. Then we add the implementation block as usual, adding the name of the class and obviously the category name as we had defined it in the interface. So for example, @implementation, original class, and category name. Essentially we use category for extending classes which you don't own the source code for, splitting the class implementation into separated files. We could create several groups of methods and implement them by different categories. As alternative to subclassing, for example if you need to only add a couple of methods to a parent class, and overriding existing methods of the original class. And now I want to show you how to use a category to extend the foundation class. Let's take as example the NSString class and create a really simple method that wraps a string into quotes. Let's add a new file to the project, and this time select category from the template list. We choose NSString as class and name the category wrapper. Create the file, and as you can see automatically Xcode chooses the file name for us. It's a common practice to name a category file with this nomenclature: the name of the original class plus the name of the category. Now in the interface we can add the method as we do for standard interface. So let's create an instance method which returns a string and that doesn't need arguments. We'll call it wrap within quotes. The implementation is a single line of code. We return a formatted string using the stringWithFormat method. We have to escape the quotes using the backspace and we use self as argument. That is the current instance of NSString. So the current value will replace the wildcard defined into the format string, and we get the string wrapped within quotes. Now let's see how to use this function. open the main.m file, add a simple ns string like nsstring, string, hey, I'm a string. And we can use wrap with quotes methods on this instance. And finally, output the new quoted string to see the result. And as you can see, the string is wrapped within quotes. Okay guys, this is all for this lesson. Next time we are gonna be talking about blocks. Bye and thanks for watching.